Welcome back, theater fans. Listen up. The Magnolia Arts Center is here to share more on their latest production that begins performances next week, the musical Urinetown. Director Jeremiah Reed and MJ Marty here on the end, who's also in the cast, are joining me to talk all about the show. So, Jeremiah, you're the director. Tell us about Urinetown. It's quite a name. So, what is this musical all about?
This musical is very hard to describe.
Okay.
It is a very silly show. It's very over the top. It's about a sort of dystopian world where there was a huge water shortage, and now the only way that you can use the bathroom is through public toilets that cost money. That's the Urinetown, right?
Interesting.
And they're owned by this private company that has lobbied the government and the police and all of this to sort of have control over this society. And so you've got this group of poor people who, you know, everyone has to use the bathroom and they can't afford to. And there's a political uprising on their part, and then there's pushback, and it's sort of that back and forth. And so the whole thing, while being very ridiculous and over the top, is very, very much a political and social satire. And it's also sort of making fun of itself the whole time as a musical and sort of satirizing the musical as a genre.
Sure, yeah, well said. Are there a bunch of characters in this play? MJ, I know you're one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we've got a cast of 15 with some playing multiple characters.
Wow. Okay, so MJ, you're in Urinetown.
Yes,
Tell us
I am
about
in
your
the show.
character and what makes them fun or challenging, and let's talk about it a little bit.
So I play Bobby Strong, and it's a fun character, especially the progression of the character, because he starts as sort of like this naive sort of person that just kind of follows what everyone says, and then he meets this girl. Man, I'm getting too into it.
Yeah,
like
no spoilers, no spoilers.
Basically, his character progresses from like a naive person to just this person that would do whatever it takes to basically free the people and to help everyone. And it's kind of challenging though, because at times like he does things that I'm just like, why would he do that? You know, it's kind
I'm
of
sure
just
the
like,
audience will wonder the same, right?
yeah, it's a bit nonsensical. It kind of plays into the silliness of it, but it's very real as well, because it kind of dives into, do the ends outweigh the means, and what are you willing to do in order to free the people and to help.
Sounds interesting and deep at the same time.
Yeah,
so,
it really
very
is.
cool. Well, what's your favorite moment in the show? Is there a favorite moment without any spoilers?
Mine, I think, is when there's this moment in Act 1, and no spoilers, but the sort of narrator of the show is talking and just very casually to the audience spoils what will then be a big plot twist in Act 2. And in any other show, like, you know, you would never even hint at the plot twist more than very little, and he just comes out and says, you know, oh, in Act 2 you'll find out that blah, 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 but you can't know that yet because it's not Act 2. And it's just such a perfect example of how the show is constantly making fun of itself and just so interesting in a way that not any other show that I know of does.
So is this a family-friendly show, or do you recommend a certain age limit?
That's a good question.
There is no language or anything like that that I would say makes it not family-friendly, but it is layered enough that it might not be. It's kind of a, if you think your child is mature enough to handle a show with some strong themes, absolutely.
Gotcha. Perfect. Well, what do you hope people walk away with after seeing this musical?
I mean, I hope, I think one of the things the show does really well is never tell you that this view is correct when it presents a character with a view. It always says, this character has this view, and here's why they have that view, and here's why this character disagrees. And there's never there's no good guys and bad guys, even though there are good guys and bad guys. They're all doing what they think is good, and that's something that's emphasized repeatedly. And so I hope that people will walk away thinking about the characters that they disagreed with and how they can sort of synergize their worldview with those characters and what the show has to say about the pros and cons of any of characters' viewpoints.
Wow, sounds good. Alrighty, well, when and where? How can people get tickets? Let's dive into it.
Tickets.
MagnoliaArtsCenter.com. Or you can call.
Absolutely. Buy them online, call ahead. You can buy them at the door.
Okay.
But if we are sold out, then we can't promise you entrance.
Sure.
So buying in advance is always better.
Wonderful. Well, MJ, Jeremiah, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank
Well,
you.
we'll have all the details on our website. Stay with us. We'll have more ENC at 3 after this.